we're going to start off at the top of the mat, having the feet about in line with the hips, lifting and spreading the toes, placing back down on the mat, pulling out the pelvic floor, pulling the belly button in towards the spine, rolling the shoulders down and back, palms facing forward, coming up nice and tall, grounding the feet into the floor, and also reaching the head up towards the sky. So just like a real mountain, this is mountain pose. So our feet are rooted deeply into the earth. Our head is reaching up towards the sky. Take a nice deep breath in as the arms come up and over, gazing up as palms come together. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, take a swan dive forward, bending at the knees, the belly comes to the thighs, letting everything relax. We'll inhale, come up halfway to flat back, hands to the shins, so you can keep the legs slightly bent or straight legs if it feels okay. Pulling the shoulder blades together as if there's a pencil between them. And then on the exhale, folding forward, relaxing everything down, bend the knees, so that the belly touches the thighs. Maybe shaking out the head, yes and no. Release some tension in the neck. And then on your next inhale, coming up nice and slow. Coming back up to standing, sweeping the arms up and over, raising up as palms come together. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, float the arms down. We'll take another one like that. Inhale the arms up, gazing up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Bending at the knees, the belly comes to the thighs, letting everything relax. This time we can sweep the fingertips from side to side. And then inhale, come up halfway to flat back, hands to the shins, straightening the legs, or slight micro bend in them. Pulling the shoulder blades together, so if there's a pencil between them. So it's a nice active pose. On the exhale, fold forward, relaxing everything down. Inhale, arms come up and over, gazing up. Palms come together. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, float the arms down by your sides. We'll add a little bit more to that. Coming up nice and tall, make sure those feet are grounded, pelvic floor is lifted, belly button pulls in towards the spine, rolling the shoulders down and back, palms facing forward, starting off with our mountain pose. Inhale the arms up. This time, clasping the fingers, pointing with the pointer finger. And take a nice deep breath in, you lengthen the spine. On the exhale, side bend over to the left, opening up the right side of the body. Inhale back to center, and exhale over to the right. Inhale back to center, and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center, and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center, and exhale, swan dive forward, sweep the arms back, bending the knees, allow the belly to touch the thighs, taking some tension out of the lower back. Inhale, come up halfway to flat back, hands to the shins, squeezing the shoulder blades together, legs are straight or slight bend if you need to. And exhale, fold forward, relaxing everything down, bending the knees. And then on your next inhale, coming up nice and tall, arms come up and over, gazing up as palms come together. Try dropping the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, float the arms down. Relax everything down, shaking it out. And we're going to come into another version of a sun salutation. So starting off, bending the knees, sit back as if you're sitting back in a chair. Sweep the arms back to start. So make sure the knees don't go past the toes. If you're too far forward, you're gonna put too much stress on the ankles. So try and bring the knees back and bring the buttocks back so that you're sitting back in that chair. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. And maybe lifting the toes up off the mat for an extra balancing challenge. Inhale here. On the exhale, hands to heart center and lowering down into your forward fold, relaxing everything down. Inhale, come up halfway, straightening the legs, hands to the shins, looking forward. And then on the exhale, fold forward, bring the hands to the mat, step one foot back, and then the other. Coming into your plank pose, making sure the hands are underneath the shoulders, the fingers are spread, the elbow creases are facing each other. So you're straight back behind, pulling the belly button in towards the spine, taking a deep breath in and out, and then lowering the knees down to the mat, let the toes come back behind you. We'll inhale here. On the exhale, bending the elbows, but keeping them nice and close to the body as you start to lower the thighs, the belly, the chest, all the way down to the mat. And then from here, the heel of the hand is close to the bottom of the ribs, tops of the feet are pushed into the mat, pelvis is pushed into the mat. Gonna inhale here, push into the hands, coming up a little bit so that the chest comes slightly off the mat and you're using your lower back muscles to hold yourself up a little bit. So just coming into a mini cobra to start. Breathing in and out. And then lowering down. Then either repeating mini cobra or coming into full cobra. So again, tops of the feet, the pelvis are pushed into the mat. The heel of the hand is close to the bottom of the ribs. And we're gonna inhale, push into the hands. If you want to try full cobra, straightening the arms, bringing the pelvis off the mat, and opening up the throat center. Nice deep breaths in and out. And then lowering down, all the way back down to the mat. Turn the toes so that they're curled under, now facing, now pointing towards the body so that you can push back into your downward dog. So if you need to come onto the knees first, and then lift the knees off the mat, you can feel free to do it that way. And setting the feet up so that you're about hip width apart, and pushing into the palm, the thumb, and the index finger a little bit more. You're gonna bend one knee. As we bend the one knee, we'll stretch the opposite heel down towards the floor, and then alternating, going from side to side, stretching at the calves. And then looking up at the hands, I'm gonna push both heels towards the floor. Look up at the hands, take a nice deep breath in. And then on the exhale, lift the right leg, rock it up towards the right hand. So take as many steps as you need to get there. And bring the right foot over to the right edge of the mat. Take the left foot, walk it over to the left edge of the mat. So the feet are nice and wide apart. On the inhale, we're gonna come up nice and slow, keeping that right knee bent to 90 degrees. And then we're gonna drop the left heel down so that left foot is on a 45-degree angle. Easier to keep the balance. And hips are facing forward. So right knee is over the right ankle. Hips face forward. Inhale, arms up. Coming into our warrior one pose. Nice deep breaths. Making sure the shoulders haven't crept up to the ears. Breathing in and out. And then lowering the hands down. Gonna lean forward, Bring the hands to the mat. Take the left foot and step it back behind you. So it's a little bit further in towards the middle, and then step that right foot back. Coming back into your downward dog, push the hips back. Taking a couple deep breaths in and out. Pushing into the palms, the thumb and the index finger a little bit more. Help you stay balanced in this pose. And then when you're ready, looking forward, up at the hands, step the left foot forward, so taking as many steps as you like. Bringing the left foot over to the left side of the mat. Hands are on the mat. Take the right foot, step it a little bit more over to the right side of the mat. And when you're ready, inhale. Bring yourself back up to standing. Take that right foot, turn it on an angle, 45-degree angle for better balance. That left knee is bent to 90 degrees. And check in with the hips, make sure they're facing forward. When you're ready, inhale, arms up. Coming into warrior one again. Deep breaths in and out. Inhaling here, coming up nice and tall. On the exhale, sweep the arms down. We're going to come back into that downward dog. So reaching the hands down, step that left foot back. Coming into your downward dog, tuck the feet in a little bit so they're more even with the hips. And you can pedal the feet again if you like, or you can sway the hips from side to side. Pushing the hips back, push the heels back towards the floor, looking up at the hands, take a nice deep breath in, and then on the exhale, walk the feet up towards the hands. So we can take as many steps as you need to, coming into a forward fold with the knees bent and the belly touches the thighs. On the inhale, coming up halfway, looking forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together, straightening the legs. And on the exhale, fold forward again, bending the knees. We'll come back into our chair pose to finish off the sun salutation. Sweep the arms back, keeping the knees bent. We'll inhale, sweep the arms forward as we sit back in our chair a little bit more, making sure the knees don't go past the toes. Taking a couple deep breaths in, try that balancing challenge. If you like, lift the toes up off the mat. And then release the toes back down. Inhale here. On the exhale, come up to standing with the palms to heart center. And release it down. Shake everything out. And taking the feet out to the edges of the mat. Both sets of toes facing forward. We'll bend both the knees a little bit and sway back and forth. So moving through the torso, letting the arms go from side to side. And coming back to center. Bringing the feet a little bit closer and relax the shoulders down, maybe give them a bit of a roll. Doing anything else that feels good, just stretch everything out. Taking a few deep breaths in and out. And thanks for joining me.